Hey everyone, Reid Henrichs with Valor Ridge. What do my dead rooster and socialists have in common? Let's go ahead and find out. Now it's back porch rocking chair time. It's a nice Friday evening right now. And last night I had to deal with a pretty gutsy rooster, to be honest with you. We have chickens, we keep livestock, we practice what we preach. We garden, we prep, all that stuff. And I've had this rooster for about a year and a half, and he incrementally, over that time, would get gutsier and gutsier and gutsier with not just me, but Patriot Nurse as well. You know, she was the intended target on more than one occasion of his spurs and beak. And it starts incrementally, right? Like just a little bit, he'll just take one step at you and kind of look at you and say, "Oh, I'm the rooster," and this and that. But you'd look at him and he would scurry away. You know, like the phrase, "Like a chicken." What are you, chicken? Well, yeah, he was. He ran away. But it started getting gutsier and gutsier. And the more he matured, the worse his behavior got. In other words, the more he realized that he could do it, the more he realized he could get away with, the more harm he intended to enact on us. And it got to the point eventually where even he wasn't even afraid of me when I would go there and when I would feed him. And by the way, our chicken's free range. We let them have the run of the mill in one of the most beautiful locations in America. They free range, they get the highest quality layer pellets, the best quality corn, all that stuff. So he had it made. If you could be born as a chicken and win the lottery, you would be our rooster. 5 hens, free range, best food ever. Well, last night, I was putting them back in their coop after they were outside. And sure enough, this is the only time that he's ever come into physical contact with me. And his spurs are about the size of my thumb, and that's not an exaggeration. He jumped up and spurred me right on the leg and actually drew blood. You can't have a rooster acting aggressively. It's only going to get worse. Now you're saying, "Well, Reid, what does this have to do with socialists?" I want you to think about their behavior. What do? They start a little bit of rumblings at first. Despite being born in America, despite being in the best country on earth, where they literally have zero problems. I mean, they have to go out of their way to create crises and make up problems in order to fundamentally change the country and to completely revamp our system of government because they feel that there's something inherently wrong with America. Just like our rooster thought there's something inherently wrong with the situation that I have to attack the very person who makes my lifestyle possible. And this allegory hit me like a ton of bricks last night when it happened. Well, as soon as he drew blood on me, I went out and got Mr. Deuce Deuce. That's a 22 for you non-gun folks out there. Had to put the shot through the central nervous system, ended it on the first one. He went down, no pain, no movement. It was a done deal. Central nervous system works, even on a chicken. Now, I thought about this. I thought, well, the socialists in this country have it made. I mean, they've got it perfect. They've got it so perfect that they live in luxury that the overwhelming majority of the world cannot possibly fathom. There's 6-figure jobs waiting for people out there with skills. There's more work than there are people in this country. It's amazing to me how they can complain. "Oh, I only have this air conditioning. I want central air. I have to have a window." Like my mom used to say, and pardon the language, this is a language alert. They'd bitch if they were hanged with a new rope. And that's literally what these people are. So I thought about it. If they keep incrementally pushing like that, eventually they're going to get more violent than what they've already been. I mean, they've already proven that they'll shoot a United States Congressman, Steve Scalise. They've already proven that they'll beat people that support Donald Trump with either a hat or a T-shirt on. They've already proven that they will shut down conservative speech. And they've already proven that they want to disarm law-abiding American citizens with gun control. If it's never about, it's silencing political opposition. And that is what socialists want to do, and that's why they want to disarm us. So what are the takeaways from this video? Number one, when somebody proves that they're going to get violent with you, it's never going to get better. It's never going to get better. They're going to keep pushing the envelope. They're going to keep pushing the envelope until they are stopped. Socialists have proven that they will incrementally push the envelope. They've done this wherever it's been tried. They did this in Russia. They did this in Germany. You're like, "But Reid, those were the Nazis." Yeah, they're called the National Socialist Workers' Party. That's what they were. In fact, Goebbels was very high on Stalin and Lenin in his early journal entries. So don't talk to me that there's a difference between it, because I'm more well read on fascism and communism almost as much as I am on our founding documents. So the thing is, guys, is that it's an allegory. It was an allegory, and I hope that you learned something from it. This was a true Animal Farm moment. And if you don't or have never read Animal Farm, I'll put a link in the description box below. Mr. Orwell will teach you the nature of totalitarianism and socialism. He will teach you what happens when those who act like they want benevolence for other people actually take charge, and then he'll show you the fast descent into totalitarian power. If you found the information in the video helpful, subscribe to the channel. You can also support my work via Patreon. That link is in the description box as well. And if you want to learn how to use your firearms and protect your family and your friends and your way of life, come on out to Valor Ridge and we can help you with that as well. This is Reid Henrichs of Valor Ridge reminding you, the lessons that we learn are written on the tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.